my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish the tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech.
Darling.
Yeah, and hello. That one tickled. That one got to me. What's going on to all of my tea sippers? Oh, my Crumpet Dunkers, my tea brewers, my pop stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey. What's going on? What is your tea, honey? You know, it's another glorious day, my darlings. That I know what time it is, honey. So I know you have all of your crumpets together because, darlings, it's time to dish tea, honey. You are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech. What's up? Baby, it's been a long day. I'm sitting here having my orange. No. It is my carrot ginger turmeric juice. It's better than what you think it is, okay? Much better than what you think it is because when I first saw it at the store, I was like, what in God's creation is this? Okay? Because usually carrots are very bitter. But baby, no, this here, this is tea, okay? So, that there is that. It's been a long day, and it's been a long week. We got a number of things that we're going to get into today. One of my main discussions that we're going to get into, Dollar Tree and their shenanigans, honey. Dollar Tree and their shenanigans, baby. Dollar Tree is slowly becoming Dollar Tree Plus. Because how many of y'all know that Dollar Tree and Family Dollar are the same store? They Dollar Tree bought Family Dollar. So now what is happening is they're about to merge the two stores. So Dollar Tree, some of y'all may see them in your area. They're Dollar Tree Plus because they have items in there that's $3 and $5 and carrying on. Well, there's a reason behind all that. We're going to get into that a little later because I'm not necessarily buying all that. How many of y'all go to Five Below? You go to Five Below, it's supposed to be from $1 to $5, Five Below, right? Well, now they got 1 to 5 to 10. So really they're 10 below because they got items in there that's $10, $8.99, and this, that, and the other. I'm like, what the? Okay. Y'all fucking up the premise of what all this is. So we're going to get into all that in a minute. Okay. I'm waiting for my co-host to join me. Big Red was hospitalized, y'all, so he may not be in because we just knew that this was stress that was getting him together. So he may not come in today because he got out of the hospital yesterday, and we wanted him to take time just to chill, let the medicine do what it's going to do, get him together. Aunt Nikki just got back in town from Philly. She had to go home. So if she comes in, honey, she's going to be off camera, child, because she's trying to pull herself together. It's just been one of those days. It's just been a long, long day. However, never fret, honey, because you know the doll, honey, got it, right? We're going to make sure that this happens. And one of the things I want y'all to know is today we're going to have a real good time because I have a special guest this evening that is going to really take us to areas, honey, to where if y'all are a couple this evening, honey, I want y'all to get close. Okay, get close. And let's make a couple of things happen, because I affectionately call him this generation's Barry White. Okay. And I know a lot of us who sing baritone bass, we're always told that if we not Barry White, we Teddy Pendergrass, right? Oh, you sound. But when y'all hear this young man, honey, I want y'all to be the judge yourselves, honey, and carry it on. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring him up in just a few moments, because he has new music out and carrying on. Actually, we're going to call this a tribute to Barry White. The music that he has, he's working on a new album, and there's some things coming down the pipeline. He's been on the radio show portion before, and this is going to be his first time here on the live. I'm talking about my one and only Mr. J. Henry. But before we do that, let me introduce y'all. It's enough to take him back. Y'all sit back and enjoy this for just a second. Tell me if you like this. Did you like that? Did you like that? Now, my guest, honey, that was trying to come up in here, honey, he's known in the world of music as a saxophonist, honey. And as you just heard, honey, him sit down there and take us through these melodies and carrying on the way that he does and just seduces that saxophone the way that he does. However, I call him my little brother, honey. He now is embarking more on the vocal side of it, to where he really wants the world to know that he sings as well. He's been singing with his twin brother years ago when they had the little groups and carrying on, but then he decided that he wanted to more concentrate on the music making and the production side of it. And now he's like, well, you know what? You know, the bug is there, and let's see what we can do with it. And he's been doing his thing. And so now we're at a point now to where he is paying tribute to the one and only the maestro himself, honey, Mr. Barry White. So without any further ado, we're going to bring him up in here in his own way so that he can dish his tea and dunk a few crumpets with us. This is the one and only J. Henry Live. What's up, baby?
How's it going, man?
It's all moving and grooving, baby. So you know what? See, you're going to make me put on my radio voice just because, child. You know, what's funny is this. You know, whenever I'm around other folks, you know, all of us are baritone basses and carrying on.
Yeah.
My natural speaking voice elevates, right? I have my highs.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But when I get around everybody, you know, I automatically just assume. So, you know, we'll be sitting there, we're going to be vibing together. You know, we're going to.
Oh, yeah, I get it, definitely.
What's going on with you, baby?
Oh, man, I'm great, man. Just enjoying the night in the studio, you know.
Okay.
Been waiting all day for this interview, man. Real excited to be on here with you.
Well, you know, I'm very excited that you're here because, listen, you know, we are here. We are still involved in the pandemic, but we're not as active. Well, no, I can't say that. You know, the fright of it all, I think a lot of us are, we're at a point where we're going to do what we're going to do with the damn thing. You know, before we were definitely afraid to move. Now it's like, well, child, okay, it's going to be what it's going to be, right? A lot of us are in that mind frame. But how is it that you've been able to cope through all of the pandemic and carrying on, not being able to work, not being able to do, you know, having to deal with Zooming and this kind of thing and that kind of thing? Talk to us about it. While you're talking to that, I'm gonna bring my co-host up in here because I see they came up in here.
All right. Well, the beauty is because I do music, there's never a situation where you're not working. You know, when we can't be on stage, we can always create. So it afforded me the opportunity to actually get in the studio, start recording, start producing. You know, it allowed me to tap into some of the other areas of music that I work in. You know, it also allowed me the opportunity to do a lot of networking and stuff. So while it hurt on one end, rather, it helped on another end, and it allowed me to really focus on this and, you know, really fall in love with the art of singing again, you know, and it allowed me to become a little more creative in that aspect as well.
Okay. So now let's talk about this creativity, because one of the things, listen, Jay and I, you know, he would get to the point where he'd been, you know, bump something out and he'll fly it over to me, right? He'll fly it over. He's like, listen, give me your ear. What you think, right? And there are times where sometimes I would sit back and I will take my time with it, you know. I'm like, okay, let me let this breathe for half a second, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't want to see it and seem like I'm so overzealous, like I'm right on it, you know. And but what he has been able to do is to expand, you know, his catalog, play with some different areas and things, and then, you know, get a little creative. So for you on the creative end, what is that like for you to be able to, or wait a minute, let me rephrase that question. I'm going to put it, what has the pandemic allowed you has allowed your creativity to do? Have you taken advantage of it, I should say, because you've been dibbling and dabbling, and what did you discover about yourself that you really liked during this time?
Well, the biggest thing the pandemic did is it slowed down the world enough, and it slowed me down enough to where I could catch up with my thoughts.
Oh.
You know, when you're running from city to city and state to state, you don't really get a chance to sit down and work on what you create in your mind. So my mind's always running a million miles a minute, and music never stops. So with the pandemic, since I couldn't run city to city, I could run from the bedroom to the studio at 3, 4 in the morning. And when I get an idea, I could put it down. So it allowed me to really add years to my career, if that makes sense, because of the creativity and the ability to collaborate with other artists, as well as network. And it allowed me to meet so many great producers, musicians, journalists such as yourself. So it really helped a lot. So, you know, it may have hurt financially for a short period of time, but in the long run, I think it has allowed me to add a lot of longevity to my career.
Okay. So now that we're here, we're adding the longevity and carrying on. What is it? Oh, here's the question. What is it that you think, outside of catching up with your thoughts, and maybe that might be the biggest thing, creatively speaking, though, what was it that you may have thought you were missing, or what enhanced while you were, you know, being creative? What was it that gave that, when you look back over it now, you'd be like, ah, shit, okay, yeah, you know, we can do that, we can do that. Oh, I didn't realize that. What was the aha moments?
The aha moment was it really allowed me to accept my sound. Number one, you always, as an artist, you have an ideal of what you are, and you have a perception of what you want to be. However, when you just have time and it's just you can really assess what it is that you do. Number one, accept it, like it, and then you begin to hone it. So, you know, the thing is, I sound like Barry. There's nothing I can do about that.
Okay.
But the thing was, how do I carry on his legacy without coming off as a cheap knockoff?
Ooh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So even though
question.
yeah, baby.
Oh, don't do that. So
yeah.
Because you know that's what you sound like, and I mean, to be perfectly honest, earlier I was like, Mish was like, we got a guest, and I was like, okay, I'm about to get on the plane, send me the information so I know we know what's going on. I didn't see it because he just sent me music. He didn't say anything. He sent me music. And then when he said, I sent you the music, I said, okay. So then I get off the plane. I'm listening to the music. And then I'm looking at Cole when she picked me up from the airport, y'all. I said, why Uncle Meech send me music of Barry White? Why the hell? I was like, what happened? And then I started listening a little bit. I said, oh, okay, that's not Barry, but damn. Damn. So how does it get frustrating, the comparison? Does that get frustrating because you're going to always be compared? How does that make you feel?
Honestly, it's flattering. Since I was about 8 years old, when I was first introduced to Barry White here at Secret Garden, I watched him live on television. I believe it was the only television appearance Elder Barge, Albie Shore, Barry, and James Ingram made together. But that was my introduction to Barry White. My second introduction to Barry White was Practice What You Preach. And when that song came out was around the time the change started happening in my voice. And at 8 years old, I was like, man, I want to sound like that. And by the time I was 14, the voice had gotten there. So when I realized that women liked it, you know, this been going on since a teenager. So being compared to them, it didn't bother me because there's nothing new musically, sonically, or anything. So
Yeah.
someone's always going to sound like something or someone. The one thing I had to do was find my own niche with it, find my own style. How can I carry that legacy, but take it to another level? What can I do that Barry didn't do, or how can I modernize
Well, that damn saxophone. Listen. Yes, you did. You did it. Because I know I have a friend of mine. I don't know if you know him. It's Damon Keith Williams. And Damon, if he sings, you think that Teddy Pendergrass is right there. Like, and it's been that way since we were like young. And I'm like, and he was signed to Philly International and everything. And I think they didn't know what to do with him because he sounded so much like Mr. Teddy. And it was just like crazy because he's so talented. So does it ever hinder anything?
No, not really. Simply because, you know, being a musician and having the gift of composing, it allows you the freedom to expand on the vocabulary, so to say. It also being multifaceted and eclectic, so to say, in music. Liking so much, many different things and different groups and different genres. It allows you to create. My voice, I'm not only bass baritone, but I have a falsetto. It's so much diversity in my voice too, whereas, you know, it's different things that I can do musically to where, you know, this is that foundation, but, you know, I can go from Barry to Teddy. So I can groove, I can build, you know. It's a lot of things that we can do here and a lot of different things that I can introduce at different times to keep the diversity going. You
know? Okay.
Well, all righty then. Shit. Well, listen, what we're going to do here, because I know folks are sitting up there, they want to, you know, they hear the speaking voice, but now they want to hear what we're talking about. What we're going to do, I'm going to play this song here that you just released, a new song that has just been released. And we're gonna get into this on the flip side of this thing. Now I got to share the screen. You know, get this all ready and things. Make sure I share audio. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, see, this is where it gets all funky for me. No.
Use the force, me.
I know, Chad, I know. Can y'all hear that?
Yes, we can.
And this song is dedicated to the late great Mr. Barry White. Often imitated, but never imitated. Remission by strength. Here we go. What you had in school was never only me.
It's a little low.
to make sure that you get right. After all you did there to make me understand. All my life I've been searching for a star. Now my search is over, and here we are. When you lay down next to me, and here in ecstasy. When you lay down next to me. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. When you lay down next to me, in ecstasy.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
What you know no good? What you know no good?
Thank you.
All right, so let's get into it now. Come on, break this on down. You know, we're here. We took on, the Maestro's signature. Okay.
Oh yeah, that record was so much fun to make, man. When we were talking about putting the single out, we were debating whether we wanted to go with something original or whether we wanted to do a remix. So I got with Herb Middleton, a producer, the Herb Middleton.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, got to give him a shout out. I got with him and we were discussing. He, myself, and Jenny Vitale. We were discussing what we should put out, and I said, if we're gonna do something, let's do one of Barry's songs. And we were thinking, and I said, Ecstasy probably would be the best because it's tempo, it's popular, it's timeless, and it's very universal in the sense that people love that song all over the world.
Right.
One of his most recognized songs. And this is going to make people get up and dance. I don't care how old you are.
Okay. So now in making this track and coming on up in here and carrying on, what is it that you're hoping that this generation will take from it? Because as far as I'm seeing you introducing folks to music that a lot of these kids may not know. And we get folks who sample and this, that, and the other. What are you hoping to do with? I mean, I like how you intro this. We pay homage to the Maestro. What to get from that?
I want them to learn. Number one, it's cool to be beat makers. That's cool. I think there's a need for everything, but I also want to stress the importance of live instrumentation, live music, musicianship.
Oh my God. Look, I'm sorry. I did not mean to cut you off, but thank you.
Go ahead, baby.
Because that be burning me up. Like, I'm cool with it. Yes, you can have beats, you can do whatever. But if you cannot get on a stage and sing with a live band because nobody has taught you what you need to know to be able to rock out like that, then they missing something. And oh my God, they just missing it. And I'm glad too that you when you pay an homage, because a lot of these kids, they sampling stuff, they don't know where the stuff comes from. They young, they sing the song like, oh, you don't know this such and such song, and I'm looking at them like, no, that's not who sung it. Sorry.
Yeah. I am the most entertained when I hear young fellas doing that. Yeah, you heard that new song?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, I look at him, hey, Jay, I'm telling you, I look at him and I be like, you poor little lost soul.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's so funny hearing them say a lot of the sample stuff is doing. I'm like, that's such and such, man. This song older than you, you know. But I can't describe it because a sample or a loop can't give you a feel. And I think that's one of the main components missing in today's music. Between that and excessive use of auto-tune, it takes away the natural dynamics of the voice, you know.
I love when people come, they know what they're talking about.
The beauty of the analog way of singing was you capture the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
The emotion was more important than being sharp or flat back then. If you listen to a lot of Barry, if you listen to a lot of Teddy, they tend to be flat a lot.
Yeah.
And some artists you listen to. But the beauty was you can hear so much emotion to whereas
it made the song.
Yes.
Because if you add all of that electronics, could you imagine if you had some of the greats, like you speaking of Teddy, could you imagine if his greatest inspiration had a bunch of electronics, vocal?
Maybe don't do that to
Could you imagine? I've been so many places.
I've seen so many things, but none quite as me. Come
on, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got to feel that. You got to feel
you know what? Wait a minute. What y'all ain't gonna do is work me. Don't do that.
Yes, we are, honey. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, after I was listening to all his songs today, man, I said, yo, I want to work with Jay. I want to work with
Jay. Absolutely, man. I just think we need to have a resurgence of
real music.
Commercializing real music. Because it's out there. And, you know, I just think the lack of exposure was hurting this generation. And I had a guy, I'll never forget, I was talking to an A&R last year, playing one of my original songs, and he was like, man, I really wish you'd add some auto-tune and do this. And I'm like, dude, really, you know, and the not that auto-tune's bad, because I do think, you know, everything, there's a time and a place for everything. But the thing is, don't take away the individuality of artists, making them think they have to copycat everything that's out.
Right.
That was the beauty of the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and most of the 90s with music.
Mm-hmm.
You could differentiate every single artist. You knew who Stephanie was. You knew who Patty, Gladys, Shaka, Whitney. You knew who they were. Even if their voice didn't come on, you could tell by the composition of their music or whatever. You knew who it was. You knew when the Isaac Hayes record came on. Yes, you knew when the Isaac Hayes record came on. You knew when the Barry record came on, because they had signature sounds that you wanted to hear. Say that again.
Who else sound like the OJs? What you saying make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
DNA and vocal expression. And you know, a song come on, just let me. You already knew who it was. Everything before the song ever started.
Yeah, and that was the beauty of it. And you weren't forced to either like this one or this one. You might have been in the mood for the Temptations, but at the same time, you might have wanted to hear the Spinners. You might have wanted to hear the Dramatics. Depending on what mood you were in, there was a group or a singer or musician.
And we were never felt like we had to choose. We listened to who we listening to. Y'all remember we used to make them daggone mixtapes on our little
cassette tapes,
and you put everybody. You like, your thing wasn't one thing.
Right.
Hey, if I had $1 for every minute that I had my finger sitting on that button,
Let me tell
Okay.
you
yeah.
something. Don't even
Don't do it. Don't do it.
and be ready to cry if that thing, if the tape come out, you think it's about
Oh
to pop.
yeah.
Baby, that tear be right at the corner of your eye, like, please don't pop, please don't pop, please don't
Right. Okay. Jay, let me ask you this, because now that
Yeah.
you're focusing a lot on your singing and falling in love again with the singing, how is
Yeah.
it that you are able to let the singer emerge and not necessarily overproduce yourself? Because oftentimes when you know, we run into artists who can do everything, and then sometimes they start to overproduce themselves, or
Yeah.
because they got their hands on so many different, you know, pots, to where the song itself becomes a disaster. How do you keep yourself from doing that?
I may, and I hope I'm answering this right, but for me, I'm not the perfectionist in music to where I want to keep going over and over. I have a philosophy that if it feels good, it is good.
Ooh.
I think sometimes we try so hard to be perfect, and let's be honest, you'll always find something that needs to be fixed or that needs to be better. There's some things I learned to live with in music because I can't recapture that moment. And that's what music is. Once you've captured that moment, you have to leave that moment there, whether it's pretty or ugly. That's what that moment called for. And it was perfect at that moment, you know. And that's where the technology piece comes in, because I can fix a tone, but I can't fix a moment. I can't fix an emotion. So you have to know, all right, I've done all I can do. I cannot make it better. I can only prolong it at this point. And if I continue to prolong it, I'll miss the season when it's supposed to be sent out. So I keep that philosophy there, you know. When it feels good, it is good.
That's poetic right there.
boy,
That's poetry right there.
I can name a producer we all know should have heard that. Go ahead.
Okay.
You just got out the hospital. You starting stuff already. I'm gonna need you to lay down and stop acting up.
It's just a matter of not overthinking it. You know, music is a simple process and a beautiful process, and it's just like cooking, putting all those ingredients in there. If you put just too much of one, it'll spoil the whole meal.
Right.
So you just have to know when you've got it there, leave it there, and the best way to leave it, put it out.
Okay. And then too, it also, for me, just adapting that, it leaves room for live performing.
Absolutely.
This is why you have certain artists who are not recording artists, they're live, you know, live performers.
Right.
Yeah.
Because in the studio, it was one thing.
Yeah.
But when they get on stage, that song is something completely different, to where Mama is one, you know, that most of her stuff, you know, if not all, I prefer the live versions of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you know she's gonna show out.
Yeah. And Stephanie, that's my little sister, but my big little sister, honey. She's another one. There's just certain ones that, you know, that listen, I just know
they carry that plight of individuality, and you want the real thing. You don't want the polished version.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. See, the record should be the teaser for the live performance.
Exactly.
The disappointing thing is when you have a record that you can't produce on stage, and that's where technology hurts artists, because it takes away from the honing of the craft. I remember when I first started recording in the 90s, I went from reel to reel to A-dash to dash all the way up to Pro Tools. So I remember when it used to have to be 4 voices around one microphone.
Yes.
And you had to capture the blend you know. So in other words, you had to rehearse and you had to have consistency. So now that we have this Pro Tools and Studio One and Logic and all these other DAWs that we use, it's easy. You know, a song takes 30 minutes for me to record now because it's so
Right.
simple. Because, you know, you learn back in the day, number one, to hone your craft and to be ready when you get in there. So now, you know, and this is just me. To me, I don't understand how artists take 8, 9 hours to, you know, cut a record. But I mean, everybody has their own process. But
Mhm.
you know, artist development isn't big now. You know,
Ooh, I
teaching
say
an
that all
artist
the
how
time.
to perform, how to record. One thing that irritates me is a lack of mic etiquette, cupping a mic and whatnot. You know, not knowing how to
It's with
sing in the mic
Edward's
when the
sister and
backup. You know,
brother
it's just
something.
so many things that oh my God, you know.
Jay, you just ran through a list of stuff I complain about constantly.
Every day.
You just, oh my God, I am a stickler for that mic holder. You know what I'm
Putting
saying?
your
I'm
hand
a
around the
stickler
mic.
for
Why is your
why we
hand
here 6
around the
7
damn
hours
top
in
of
the
the mic?
studio. You know what I'm saying? For a song that has 2 verses and 1 hook. Why are we still here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is like even with the live thing, you said like live thing, you leaving stuff. I Meek probably didn't even notice this on the Wasn't Ready. The album Wasn't Ready. The Wasn't Ready track itself on my album. Did you pay attention to the ending?
Yeah.
I left it live for a reason.
Yeah.
I left it live because that wasn't like a regular recording. I literally performed that in somebody's living room at a barbecue, and they recorded it.
Wow.
So that was so really that I kept that because it captured everything I wanted to say.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of times with these, like with the younger generation, because they don't want to hear from the older generation on how stage presence is everything. Being able to perform. My daughters are rappers and have been on the Kimmel Center stage with a whole live band, damn near orchestra, rapping because I'm their mama.
Okay.
Look, and Meech's mama was hosting that show that night.
Okay.
My auntie was hosting that whole show that night, and they could not get up there acting like they didn't know what they was doing.
Right.
But
Okay.
the stage presence, because they're so spoiled to being able to just cut this, cut that, you know, they can go in the room, you can put on Pro Tools, Studio One, but they don't know the work that used to go into everything.
Oh yeah. And
the artists nowadays act like the audience. Remember, the audience didn't know all the time and stuff that we had to put into making records, rehearsing the records.
Oh yeah.
You know, you at the rehearsal studio, you at that studio, then you got to go and rehearse. They didn't get that, and they don't get that now.
And you know, it's so funny you say that. I always tell people this: singing in the studio and singing live is 2 totally different monsters. You know, it's a technique. You can't use the same technique in the studio that you're going to use live. 2 totally different rooms. Also, from the performing aspect of it, you also have to know how to adjust your singing according to the room and according to the sound system. Unfortunately, every room doesn't have great sound systems. Also, every room has different sizes, different acoustics. So the way you approach doing something in one room, you can't do it in that room. The way you would sing inside, you can't sing outside. So it's just different dynamics. You may be in a cold room, which may constrict your vocal cords more. You may be in a warm room, which may cause you to sing a little sharper. So, you know, it's just so many different things. Also, artists have to learn how to engage the audience as well as manage the band. You have to know how to keep their attention. I've seen artists, and I've been one of them early in my years. You drag a song on too long. You have to know when the audience is still engaged. You have to know when they're not. Small, intimate audiences, you can be a little more flexible with what you do. It can be unplugged. It can be more flexible. A larger audience, you have to be more streamlined. It's so many different nuances. And for bands, The one thing I tell most musicians, stop playing like you're playing for other musicians. You have to play for the audience.
Right.
In other
And you
words,
gotta
play
know how
the
to lead
record.
your band. You have to know how to
Yes.
lead your band.
Yes.
If you need that song speeded up and you ain't rehearsed with that band to give them the signal that you need, and they just playing and you frustrated because they ain't speeding it up. Well, you should have been in rehearsal and y'all need to talk so that you know
Right.
how to lead them where you want to go.
Yeah, and tell them rehearsal is not where you learn music; it's where you perfect the song.
Thank you. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Jay, listen. Let's go here because how is it? Wait, we got feedback. Who got feedback? Is that you, Nick?
No, it's not me. I've been putting it in the thing that I keep hearing. It is not me.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what. Okay, they listening.
Oh, wait a minute. You got on a lavalier mic? Is that what it is? He has a
Who, me?
lavalier up. He
Yes.
has it.
Is it?
That's what that is. He got a live on.
Oh, we got live. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let me move it down a little bit. See if this helps. Is that better?
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
All right.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
lavalier, that's when he
That's
breathes.
the
Yeah,
live.
he has
All
a
right.
lavalier
Oh,
on.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go here because as an artist, when I want to get to the aha moment for you, because again, you're falling back in love with the singing, but a lot of what you have been giving us, how much of that did you learn just by playing your sax? Because everything that you just said, we know it performing is performing, but from saxophone and playing the sax and understanding what it is to be in the mic and how to pull back so you're not blowing out the system and this, that, and the other. What was that when you learned that this is the same thing versus you trying to get control of the voice and like, oh, maybe I need a couple of tricks in your younger days when you were really trying to hone in on the singing?
Well, believe it or not, this is probably going to sound crazy, but I've always been more enamored with singing than the saxophone.
Okay.
I love the saxophone, don't get me wrong, but it's something about the voice. And if you listen to my sax playing, I play like a singer.
Yeah.
So I've always been enamored with
Say
voices.
that it sound like a vocalist when I was listening. I was about to say that.
Yeah. And, when we had our singing group, that's what I would do all of the vocal arranging. So I've always been enamored with voice. I've always paid attention and hung under seasoned singers, musicians. So I'm one that would always ask questions. I'm always looking to learn. And like I said, sitting down, trying things and listening to things, pinpointing out things, learning this, learning that, and then some things just through trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you're on the stage, it's either you're going to knock it out or you're going to bomb. So, you learn things that way too. I've never, ever been formally trained, even saxophone or singing. So a lot of the things I've learned is through talking, watching, and asking questions. So that's how I was always able to differentiate, even through public speaking. Speaking is a technique to that. Unless you're just going to be a monotone speaker, so it's learning those different nuances through all of them. The principles are the same, whether singing or playing or talking. It's just the technique is different for how to approach those things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And fortunate for me, if the voice gets tired, I can pick up the sax and give the voice a rest. If the jaws get tired, I can put the sax down and sing. And
okay.
The beauty is when you are a singer with multi-octave voice range, if I'm hoarse, I can stay right in that Barry range.
Ooh,
If I'm feeling good, I can go up to Teddy. You know,
Right.
it's just that diversity, but also one technique is you have to know how to sing even when you can't sing. So you have to learn those tricks because when people pay to see a show, they want to see a show.
Right.
It's been shows where I couldn't even talk, and I have to go to every remedy I know, get the ginger, get the scotch, get the honey, you know, get the tea, get the mister, get the peppermint oil, and you're sitting there trying everything. And by the time showtime starts, by the grace of God, you have some piece of voice, and you can do what you do. But like I said, it's techniques to everything, and anybody that whether you're in journalism, you understand that because your voice is your moneymaker. So you understand that, everything is all in the technique and how you do things.
Lord God, yes. Because I know there are moments, I'm asthmatic and I'm very cold and pneumonia prone. So there are moments where if I'm in an air conditioner too long, which is why I don't like being in the car, I can't have the air blow directly on me because it'll tear up everything up in here. So I have to get cool in a different kind of way or whatever. Or if I'm somewhere, it'll destroy everything. And so when I know that we have shit to do, or whatever. Or I've been trying to sing and I was like, oh my God, I was up on stage with Patty a couple of times. Well, not a couple of times, once. I sang for her, but this one particular time, I had screamed everything out because I was like, oh my God, ha, because I'm in the, she called me up on stage and I knew we was going to have to sing, but I was like, oh hell, all of my top is gone. I can't be cute today. I can't do a curly Q to impress her or whatever. And then the guy who sang before me, how he brought the house down, I was like, I can't follow that.
But if you got a good sound person, boy, and if you have good mic techniques, it can save you.
Oh, honey, listen, like you said, staying in the lower ranges, that's exactly, I had to stay there because I knew I can do it. And then it warmed everything up to where when I was ready to go, we did an alley-oop, do I did. But here's what this is, because I'm sharing a story, being on stage with Patty and carrying on and meeting other celebrities. Who are some of the people that you've collaborated with that have been monumental for you?
The first major collaboration I did was with the Rude Boys. That was on my Phenomenon album. Then I got to work with Tony Terry, Lil G, Jasmine Burke, Ralph Johnson of Earth, Wind & Fire, Marlon McClain. That was real exciting on my Evolutionary album. And then just this year, got to work with Glenn Jones and Lenny Williams and Jay King with producer Derek D.O.A. Allen. So I was real ecstatic about that collaboration.
Listen, Jay King has been here on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Lenny Williams have been here on the show. Now, you'd have been here. Now, I got to get Glenn. Okay? I got to get Glenn. But that right there.
Yeah.
Drop that, because I can't even imagine what the hell that was. I can't even imagine what that was. What?
I'm gonna tell you, man, it was crazy. Glenn, myself, Mark Staggers, and Lenny Harris, we actually remade Glenn Jones' song "We've Only Just Begun." Did a remix of it.
Okay.
And
wait a damn minute, I need that. I'm trying to be quiet over here because I'm tired and I'm jet lagged. But hold on, I need that.
All right, I'll get it to you. I got you. But Glenn happened to hear that record, and he called Jay King and called Derek Allen and said, "Hey, man, we need this kid on this record." And I was Glenn's publicist, Tanya Hawley, reached out to me and said, Glenn Jones said, call him. And I'm like, are you serious? Because I'm like, I'm the unknown here, He called me and told me what was going on, and he gave me Derek Allen's number. I called Derek Allen, I was on my way from Jacksonville, Florida. Derek sent me the record. I was probably 30 minutes from my house. I pulled up. I said, Derek, give me an hour. I have something to you. I think within 15 minutes, I had something to him. I just freestyled through the record in one take. And when I sent it to him, he said, that's it. So, you know.
My God, today, Lord, listen, what is it that you're looking for? This new single is out. You know, I really would, if you were to ever do Barry's catalog, just cause, even if you don't record it, just to do it in a live show would be absolutely phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
That you would like to see your career to do? What is it that is the message of your career, of your music, of your musicianship? What is your message that you want to convey to your audiences?
I want to convey vulnerability. I want to convey good musicianship. I want to convey honesty, love. I want to bring back where you could spend $40 or $50 and get an experience. I talked to my bodyguard. He's 70 years old, and all the time he brings up, we're both from New Orleans. The first jazz fest in New Orleans. And the thing he remembers is Earth, Wind, and Fire. Not just the performance, but the introduction alone was legendary. I miss when, and I'm sorry I'm venturing off a little bit, but I miss when a performance told a story. It had a flow. I miss when it was like a musical movie. And I want to bring that back. That's what I want to convey. It's an experience, something that lasts, something that's going to outlast me. 50 years from now, if I'm dead and gone, 50 years from now, I want people to pull up YouTube or whatever social media platform they have 50 years from now. And I want them to be able to look at Jay Henry performance and be like, damn. I want them to look at that and say, I want to do that. I want them to look at that and say, I want to carry his legacy and keep it alive. That's what I want people to get. And I want people to have a love for the art of music and keep the integrity of music.
Okay. That's a tall glass of water. Now, Mike Bennett says also Jay Henry Live was personally complimented by Frankie Beverly and invited to play with Maze. You better understand. You better understand.
Come on now. Give it up
You
for Mr. Beverly.
That's a funny story, too, because I got cussed out by Sinbad because of that. Yeah. You know, I was scheduled to be on the road with Sinbad that weekend, so I was like, nah, I can't do it, Uncle Frankie. And Sinbad said, are you out of your mind? That's Frankie Beverly. I said, you're Sinbad. I said, when I give my word, I honor my word. So, you know.
Wow.
If it's meant to be, it'll happen again, you know. Man, just like Sinbad and Frankie and Ralph Johnson from Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know, just to be able to sit down with those guys and pick their brain, you know. I think a lot of times when we get around, I call them the masters. I think when we get around the masters, we miss the moment because we're so enamored with the celebrity and the personality till we miss the wisdom and the nuggets that we can get from them. You know, you're talking about people that have 40 and 50 and 60 years in this industry, so they've forgotten more than I will ever know. So, you know, at that time, I have my tables and rooms where I'm the big fish. I have that. But when I'm in those rooms, I'm the fly on the wall, so I have to sit down, shut up, and soak up all I can. I'll get smacked on the wall.
See.
You know what I mean? So, you know, just to be in the company of those guys and to have those kind of guys like my manager Mo Funk from Cameo, man, you know, just to have those guys, and when you call, they answer the phone, and or either they'll call you and check on you, make sure your mental health is good, or just make sure you understand. So just to be able to have those relationships, man, you know, these are people you grew up listening to or watching, and you know, it seemed like you'd never meet those people or work with those people. Tell you a funny story. I'm on the road with Sinbad and my right hand man Larry, who I just told you about. He's sitting backstage with me, and I said the stupidest thing. I said, one day I'm gonna be on the stage. And Larry looked at me, and if his look would say anything, it was nigga please. Because I'm sitting there talking about one day I'm gonna be on the stage, and I'm backstage about to go on the stage.
About to go on, Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, we miss the perspective sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, let me ask this, because I'm gonna play another selection here.
All right.
And before I do, I want you to enlighten us on what it means to be able to sing with your brother. And y'all happen to be twins, and y'all fraternal twins.
Yeah.
They're identical.
We're fraternal, and we'll be 40 in 2 weeks.
Yes, on the 15th, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is that?
Hold on, shout out to the Libra.
Right. Oh yeah.
I knew he was
Libra,
about to say
I
that.
knew he because Reyes is on the 17th, honey. So
oh, before we do that, I gotta give a shout out, man. Y'all have got to try this cologne and this perfume. Untold Truth Fragrances. This is unapologetic for men.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me solo you. Come on.
Yes. Y'all gotta try this cologne and the perfume. This is made by Chanel Marie Carroll, aka Roxy Reynolds. Yeah, you know Roxy Reynolds. Yes. I'm a proud endorsee of this cologne, man. You gotta try it, you know. If you want to get that woman or if you want to get that man, you know, you want to smell good. So this is definitely.
You gotta wait a minute now. Hold on. See, you know, we'll talk. We got to put that commercial together. Cause see, that's your Billy G. Williams moment right there, baby. That's your Billy G. Williams moment right there. Oh.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Roxy, she's a very, very sweet woman. A beautiful woman, but she's a sweet woman. So definitely, you got to try the fragrance. I promise you, it smells great.
Okay.
But to answer your question, it's special. And it's a bond like no other, to be able to share a career and share moments that'll last forever, that'll never be erased with your sibling. Because not only will a piece of me be left behind and totally outlive myself, but also him. You know, it's something his kids, and if I ever have any kids, my kids will have something to hold on to that they can remember both of us by. So to be able to share those moments, those experiences together, it's unexplainable. And of course, it's a promise my brother and I made to our grandfather on his deathbed, you know, that we'd always number one stick with the music, and that we'd never stop doing it. So, you know, just to be able to have those opportunities, man, and to work together is priceless. Even the process of doing it with all the fussing and cussing and frustrating that we have.
Okay,
You know?
I was just about to ask you that. Which
Oh
one of
yeah, man.
y'all is harder? When it comes down, who's the perfectionist? Who's the one that thinks they could just slide by? And you should know me, man.
Well, the funny thing is, we're split down the middle. For my brother, lyrics is everything.
Mm-hmm.
He'll come up with lyrics and a melody, but I have the musical knowledge.
Okay.
So there's always that war of this is what I wrote versus this is what makes musical sense, though.
Right. Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So
You gotta get that timing. You gotta get that timing. And he want to be word specific. We can't say and we just you gotta go Anna or Finna.
And it's like he may have a melody, but when you are a lot of people don't know the difference between arranging and harmonizing.
Right.
Harmonizing is just the ability to do 1, 3, 5 or or whatever. But arranging is knowing when and how to harmonize.
Right.
When you sing without music, unless you have perfect pitch, you may be off here, or it may cause something to clash when you put it with music.
Exactly.
The purpose of creating the music is to fix what you've done melodically. And a lot of times, especially when you're arranging, it's a clash because things have to change a little bit. And of course, we're both stubborn.
Right.
So, but in the end, we wind up making magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We've integrated to play another tribute to the maestro.
Oh yeah.
And your brother is on this particular track.
Yes, he is.
Is Secret Garden.
Sure, you're right.
Secrets. I don't just want to know any secret, I want to know very special secrets. Because tonight, I want to learn all the secrets in your garden. I want to make mine. Know your deepest feelings. I want to make it right for you. Baby, show me. Let me share the mystery. Listen to your mind tonight. Make it alright. Yeah. That we can sing together. I got the secret key to you, babe. Let's make music, harmonizing ecstasy. Sing it to me, babe. Here in the garden, meditation is so bright. Passion can make all for what you feel. If you make it come alive every single night. Oh, you're secret garden. Let me lay beside you. Do what you want me to. All night. Let me hold you. Oh, baby, can I touch that? I can keep you satisfied, baby. And it's supposed to do, and let me have you all. Let me have let me
Oh yeah.
All right.
Wait, I'm gonna put this back up here because Mike said something.
Listen.
Mike said, wait a minute. He said, man, you hear that low B note, baby, deep and clear. Let me tell you something, Mike. That's what was making it at that particular time, baby. You hear me? That's what was making that. That because it got into that pocket right there, baby. That damn note was in that pocket. Okay. Okay. Lord have mercy. Okay.
You know what made me?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know what made me record that song?
What?
Cisco, Raheem Devine, Sean Stockman, and Omar Wilson remade it.
Yeah, when they
Yeah. And what made me decide to pull the trigger on it, I always wanted to do it, but let me say this. Certain songs, you can take creative freedom and change it up and do all kinds of things to it. But then there are certain songs that you have to leave intact.
Right.
And if you can't do a song justice, you shouldn't do it. And I'm not just saying that because I have a bass baritone voice, but Barry White's voice on that record is a quintessential part of that song.
Exactly.
And it's one of those things, if you can't do it justice, don't touch it. Um, with the newer generation, because most don't know, it can fly, but certain things you just ought not touch. Artists that I like, and I'm not going to say names, remade one of Luther Vandross songs.
Type it in the comments. I'll say it.
He remade Superstar.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, the artist is a great singer, don't get me wrong. But to sing a Luther song, you know, so it's just certain songs, and this is just my opinion.
Right.
No, it is not just your opinion. It's anybody that got sense, anybody that's been in the music business, even just people who really enjoy music will all say the same thing. Certain things you just not supposed to mess with.
Yeah, you know,
don't listen.
Gladys is my favorite female singer of all time, but Gladys Knight cannot sing a Shaka Khan song.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And she won't.
And she won't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And she won't. Not to where if she's doing a tribute, honey, she would know how to pick the right song that she would need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She won't go for maybe not one of the hits. You know, she would go for a Shaka song that she knows she can pull off.
Yeah.
You know?
People have to realize that tone is everything too. And when you messing with classic things and your tone ain't where it should be, then that just ain't for you, boo. It ain't taking away nothing from the artist. It's just that certain songs shouldn't be messed with. Especially if you can't give it something new that somebody can appreciate. Please don't be messing with the song. Please don't do that.
Yeah, I'd rather, you know, and Cisco's one of my favorite singers, don't get me wrong. But I'd rather hear Will Downing try to sing Barry White than Cisco trying to sing a Barry White.
How about that? Okay.
Come on, Will.
Okay.
And it's only because of the tones, you know. It's not a knock against the singer, because the tones have to match, you know. Yeah, and I had to preface that because I didn't want what I said to get, you know, misconstrued, you know.
Right.
5 years from now, I have to, you know.
Yeah, because everybody want to go dig it in the archives and shit.
Right.
But
listen,
it ain't Sunday.
He has said Cisco sounded a mess. That's what they'll say he said.
Okay. So now moving forward, we have these two cuts that I say the tribute to Barry and things of that nature. What's coming down the pipeline? What do we have next? What do we have coming for you? What are you soon to be releasing?
I think for this year, after the Lenny Williams and Glenn Jones song gets released, the next thing we're working on, of course, I have a cartoon, Moontown Records. We're finishing up the pitch scene for that, and hopefully that gets picked up and released next year. But also Christmas record. We have the first single done already, so I'll be having a Christmas song coming out this year. We did a very nice and soulful version of "Have Yourself a Merry Christmas." I think y'all will really like that. It's got I'll tell you this, it has a nostalgic sound. It sounds like it should have came out back in the days. It sounds like it could have made a 80s or 90s, well, not an 80s, but a 90s Motown Christmas classic.
Ooh,
it has that type of feel.
Okay.
It's very classic. And I'm playing sax on it as well as singing. So.
All right.
Yeah,
we got any booking dates coming? Because, you know, we got to come and see you live, damn it.
Yeah, we, let's see, trying to think, the next Sure, I have, and I can give you the ticket information. It's on my birthday, October 15th and 16th in Douglasville. It's for Masons, for the Masons, for their fundraiser. They're working on bringing,
Cap.
they're bringing entertainment down to the Douglasville area. So I can get you that information on how that'll be.
Okay.
How to get
Look, you
tickets
see,
for
do
that.
you see Big Red Fella's eyes going down? Because by the time you get it to us, we gonna already have it. That's why
Yeah,
his
he's-
eyes looking down. Cap, can you call some of your brothers, please? Call your brothers and let them know we coming.
Okay.
So yeah. So I'm excited about that. We're working on some dates. The one place we've been working, trying to get back in is St. James Live, but they've been booked up for the whole year. And I just can't wait to get back on stage. Y'all gonna be in for a treat.
Man, that's gonna be awesome. I want to see you at the City Winery, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my. Oh.
If we get enough people to call there to request me, we can probably get me there.
Wait a minute. I
Is
just
that
saw
all
that in
y'all
my.
need?
I just saw that, and I done just had an experience already. Wow.
All by himself. Look, he just
Yeah, I just heard it. I just saw it. I just saw all that. Okay. All right. But
so
listen,
we gotta hurry up and get that information about the Douglasville thing so we can
Yeah.
All right, I'll have that for you
What's that,
tomorrow.
only like a week and a half away?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
So
it's
with
October
that being
15th and 16th.
Okay.
we're gonna wish you a happy early birthday. For all of
Yes.
those.
Thank you.
This is Libra season. Okay.
The unbalanced behind.
Okay. And all of that. So we're gonna wish you a happy early birthday to you and your twin, because you have a twin. Who was
Yes,
just in
thank
here? I
you.
just saw him up in here.
Yeah, he was in here. Y'all
Yeah.
got to have him on, man. He has a great single out right now called She Grows. It's actually a song talking about his daughters.
Okay.
How just yesterday, he has 3 daughters, 16, 14. Well, the oldest will be turning 16 on the 18th. 16,
Wow, that's his
14,
birthday, baby.
and 1. Yeah, and 1. So the song's
He
pretty
just
much
had a
talking.
baby.
Oh yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, so he has 3 girls and 1 boy. But he basically talks about how the children grew up, just like yesterday, just like a flower, they grew. So it's a wonderful song. It's got that nostalgic hip hop vibe, old school hip hop.
Okay.
I call him the Mel Lauryn Hill because he raps and sings. But yeah, y'all got to have him on.
Well, okay, yeah, he just put in the comments that that singer that you're talking about is not packaged yet. It's not ready to be released, but the one he has released is All on Me.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Creole King, the invitation is here. Now your twin have been here twice. Okay.
Now
You
I
have
need
been
to
here
know
twice.
to know when either you or your brother, like we need to come and get some beignets and we need some gumbo.
Oh,
What else
all
you
right.
want?
Say less. All of you all in Atlanta?
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
All
I
right.
just
Well,
got back earlier.
I'll invite y'all over to dinner soon.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Well, okay. Well,
Thank you.
that's a winner. Okay.
Yeah, the cooking for me is next to music.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Okay.
That's a dope song, but the new single is Cardell Creole Henry's All on Me. Okay.
Well, wait a minute. Who is Mike your publicist?
No, Mike, oh my God, let me give a shout out to Ice Mike. He is one of the dopest, most legendary producers out of New Orleans.
Whoa.
Ice Mike is the true OG. If you get a chance, Google Ice Mike. He is legendary. And I hate to say it, but he's also underrated and underappreciated for his contributions to the New Orleans hip hop scene. If there was not a nice mic, hear me well, if there was not a nice mic, there would not be a lot of the rappers that you've heard come out of New Orleans. Some of the biggest names that you've heard out of New Orleans before they were big names. They were working with Ice Mike, and he's definitely. We know we got your Manny Freshes, your Beats by the Pound, and all those guys, but Ice Mike, he was one of the pioneers for them all. And I've had the privilege, over the past few years to get to know him and even collaborate with him on some stuff. Mm-hmm. And if you get a chance, Big Meech, he's somebody you should invite too, because he can give you a wealth of knowledge on the New Orleans scene before it was the scene now with your Lil Waynes and everybody. He can give you an in-depth history on how all that goes along, because all those guys know Ice Mike, and he's a treasure. Okay. He's a treasure.
I'm gonna tell you like this, since he's in the comments and carried on, honey, the invitation stands right here. Ice, I got a glass, so come dish me, honey.
And he's got a project out, Junior Pimp, I believe it's called Junior Pimp, and I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, Mike. You can correct me in the comments. That he just put out and is doing very, very well right now.
Okay. Well, listen. Well, you know what? I love the family aspect of this, because our family always welcome in the family. Junior Mac. Okay.
Junior Mac, yeah.
So we're going to take that and going to extend an invitation to your family. Everybody, y'all come on, okay? We'll sit down here. We'll make that happen to where we bring each one of you on independently, because I want to make sure that everybody, we'll sit down with you one-on-one and then bring everybody back when everybody's albums and stuff all drops and carrying on, so that we can. I love doing listening parties here, even though let me make this disclaimer here. If you're watching live, you probably heard all the music and carrying on. If you watch this in the rebroadcast and the music is not there, it's because either Facebook and or YouTube or somebody that probably said I got a copyright infringement, and I either got to take it out or they're going to erase the video. So yeah, okay. So we're dealing with all of that jazz, okay. In any event, we want to make sure that I love having listening parties, because y'all know, as a music aficionado, honey, I have a gift of hearing shit, and I know what the sneaker is. I know what the hit is. I could damn near tell you what should be released first or whatever. Yeah. Okay, well, wait a minute. What did he say? We'll click, okay, click, clack, okay, okay, yes, sir, okay. So, with that being said, I'm gonna let you get back to your lovely wife and carry it on, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, give her my love and things of that nature.
Thank you, Big Bro.
And what I want to do is, I'm gonna give you the closing words and things, and let everybody know. All of your social medias, how they can find you, your IG, because y'all need to catch him on his IG, because y'all can hear him play live and stuff. He be working stuff out, if you're a third, especially if you're a third shifter like I am, honey, you'll catch him on like 1-2 o'clock in the morning, honey, working some shit out on that saxophone or whatever. It's hot, okay.
Oh yeah.
So let them know where they can find you.
If you don't mind, Jay,
yeah.
I'm gonna have Meech send you a package from me.
All right, no problem. And Meech, I sent you. We've only just begun.
Yeah, I just got that.
All right.
I'm gonna have him send a package from me, and basically, I'm gonna send a copy of my album, but I'm gonna send you this track that's really missing your saxophone.
All right, send it on.
Okay.
I'll knock it out.
All right.
Okay.
Once again, man, thank you for having me on, man. I really enjoy y'all show. I catch it from time to time when I'm scrolling through Facebook.
I see you pop in the comments here and there. I'm like, look at this. Well, what are you doing here?
I'm one person, and anybody that knows me knows that I think that relationships are very important. Relationships and network will take you places money can't.
Exactly.
So I'm real big on that, and it doesn't matter how big it is or how small it is, because it don't matter how many people's in the room. It matters who's in the room.
Ooh.
And I think people miss that thing. And I just want to thank you for giving me a platform, as well as everybody else that you give a platform to. I think is very necessary. And with the pandemic, more people are home to watch, so it's those kind of things are very important as it relates to us entertainers, because we can't get to the Jimmy Kimmels yet, but we can get to the big Meeches.
That's that's exactly why. You know what? See, you talking about the reason why I exist, because I really believe I'm one who believes in the underdog and the new babies. A lot of independent artists that carried on get caught in the catch-22 of I need to be seen. But then the folks will say, well, we can't put you on because don't nobody know you. Well, you ain't gonna know me if you don't put me on.
Exactly.
And you run that rat race. So I am one of those particular cats to where my platform is just that. I take a chance on those who have not been known, or those who need to recreate. They were once A-listers, now they may be the D-listers or the E-listers now. Life done happened, the industry done did changes. We had to pull back, whatever that is. I like to bring the artist on and be like, okay, here, let's cut your chops, baby, and let's start to build you what you need to be. Now, I'm a different kind of breed, though, so you're not going to get people to be like me all the time. However, that there is that. So I just thank you for that, because you just talk about what we do. This is exactly what we do.
Man, we need it. We need that, because somebody has to be the one to want to break talent again. Everything's so politicized and commercialized to where it's just hard to find a way in. You can only buy your way in, or do other things to get in. But we're not gonna get into that. But it's good to have a place where the intent is pure, and it's honest. You know what I mean? And genuine. So I myself and the thousands of indie artists, we appreciate that, man. And you stated to let them know where they can find me.
Yeah.
J Henry Live on Facebook. That's the letter J Henry Live. Instagram, J Henry Live _the journal. JOURNAL. J Henry Live _ the journal. Please follow me. You can get my single, The Journal, Ecstasy, in Apple Music, iTunes, any other online retailer. If you like Secret Garden, it's under my guy, Avery K. Richardson. Avery K. Richardson, The Secret Garden. Featuring myself, Creole Keen, Antonio. Once again, thank you all. Please hit me up, follow me, reach out to me. I do answer. If you message me, I will answer you.
Yeah, trust me. That's how all this got started. I heard him. I was like, who is this? And that's how all this got started. What, 4 or 5 years ago?
No, it was last year. It just seems like it's been that long. We met last year.
It's only been no.
Yeah, it's been last year. We met last year.
Okay.
We met last year because you heard my first single, "Come See Me."
Yeah. Oh, I love it, honey. I love it. Okay. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna let him get back to his life and things of that nature.
You.
Mike, thanks for coming in. He said, I'm hugely proud of the Henry brothers and glad to have caught this live. Good to meet you guys and the young lady, Aunt Nikki. God bless you, everyone. Mike, we'll bless you right back. Thank you for that.
You.
Thank you.
Okay. We thank you for that.
Right.
Thank you for that. Okay. Congrats for this opportunity. Okay. Come on, cheering. Yes, I love it. Okay. Well, Jay Henry, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. I've been down here too long. All 14 years of that damn South just came out when I just called that name, Jay Henry. Okay. Okay.
Man, thank you for having me,
just
man.
Came out.
And I'm serious about the dinner, y'all. So I'll be in touch with Meech and organize that.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Please, most definitely. I got
Thank
and
you.
I got a church hat to wear too. Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't you start that mess.
Hey, read the hard way. We on the way.
All right, cool, yeah.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you
time,
so much,
honey.
Jay.
Oh,
Ladies
thank you,
and
man.
gentlemen, Jay Henry Live, aka The Journal, honey. Catch it now. The Journal, baby. He got all the secrets right there.
Yeah.
Write it all right there, honey. Okay.
All right.
We'll see you later.
All right, y'all have a good one, man.
Thank you
All
for
right,
being
now.
here.
Lord have mercy, time. Y'all had a good time with that. Listen, did I disappoint y'all?
Yeah, I felt like I was being
Girl!
set up, child. What you talking about? I was over
Listen
here about
to
to
me
get under the damn
carefully.
covers.
Listen to me carefully, honey. Like I was saying earlier, you know, most of us who are all baritone basses and carrying on, like I say, we all get, I hear that Barry. But when you get into his tones, his syncopation, you know, just his rhythm and everything about him, I swear. When I first heard him, I was like, oh, and then and it's natural. It's not like a put on, because you know we got some folks who like to put on the bass.
Did you not catch the falsetto note he hit in the Secret Garden?
Of course, I caught that. Of course.
Him.
Okay. So I was like, So, honey, yes, I'm sitting up here. This here is just a little piece of everything, honey. It's everything, yeah, you know, a showcase with him. See, he's one of the brothers I would sit down there and, like if they did a tribute show or whatever, you know, or how about this? Now he's lighter than Barry, but hell, okay. I would have him do the soundtrack, okay, to Barry's music. If they the way how they did Whitney Houston's movie and had Deborah Cox do all the vocals,
he should be the one doing Barry. If they do Barry Life Story, he should be the one doing the whole.
Oh, damn it. I meant to ask him if he had met into Glodine and what Barry's people have said. That was the question I had in my head to see if you know, those who knew Barry and carried on, if they have gotten into his circle and reached out and to see, you know, just to make that connection. You know what I'm saying? Just to make.
They say he met.
Wait a minute. He's still in the car. He's in the car. He said, "I met her boyfriend, Glodine's boyfriend." Okay. He's still backstage, y'all.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. So cute.
Good dude, man. I got it.
Yeah, I told you. Now, Red, see, this is what I know. See, I've been waiting on y'all. I told him about you a long time ago. And I said, listen, I need for y'all. He said she liked ecstasy. I'll be meeting her soon. Jay. See, that's huge. For those of y'all who don't know, when I say Glodine is Barry White's ex-wife. Okay. And if y'all remember, what's his name? Walking in the Rain with the One I Love. Okay, that's her song. Okay. And I love, you know, how they talk on the phone and she's talking to him. I'm just waiting on you to come home, babe. You know, that song is everything. And this is huge that, you know, to be able to say, okay, I'm about to meet her, this, that, and the other. And, you know, I would, oh my God, I would love to be a fly on the wall for that, just to see her facial expression and to just to be in her energy to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Okay. Okay, Glodine got it all. Love Unlimited Orchestra. You better know it. You better know it, Mike Bennett. Okay. Yes, indeed. So I'm telling y'all, honey, this has been absolutely just. I just needed y'all to hear him. Okay, I needed y'all to hear him. Okay, and things of that nature, honey. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So what we're gonna do? Well, I mean, he said his oldest daughter lost her mind when she spoke with me. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
that's something.
Now that right there is everything.
That's something.
That is everything. Okay. That's everything. Okay. Okay, that hit me in my sensitive areas because y'all know when my brother passed, my nephew sounds and looks so much like my brother to where that's what happened with his kids. They, you know, they cousins, but right when my brother passed, his middle child, you know, latched on to my nephew and carried on. Yeah. Wow, that just hit me there. Okay, I could just only imagine what that is. So on that note, let's take a small little break right here.
Sponsor.
We got to, because tomorrow, we're going down to Country Kitchen Buffet tomorrow from 5 until 8 o'clock. The owner of Country Kitchen, it's his birthday. He's turning 60 years old, and he's doing a $10.60 all-you-could-eat birthday party. Okay.
Hey, I saw crab legs on the damn thing.
I saw crab legs on the flyer, honey.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I saw that. So $10.60. Y'all come on down to the Country Kitchen Buffet, honey. But we're gonna take a little commercial break, and then we'll be back because y'all need to stupid. Yeah, Country Kitchen.
He's stupid.
He dumb. But yeah, when we come back, we're going to get into this whole thing with the Dollar Tree Plus bullshit. Okay.
Oh yeah, Cole was just telling me. Yeah, come on, play the commercial. So
yeah,
y'all
let me tell you. We'll talk about it when we come
only
back.
Been going a day and a half, and what the hell?
What you say? Okay, the world is just topsy turvy. We'll be right back in a minute.
Whether you are a resident or visiting the ATL, if you need to satisfy your soul and your hunger with some good old-fashioned scrumptious victuals, then head on over to Tara Boulevard and feast at the Country Kitchen Cuisine Buffet. The Country Kitchen Cuisine Buffet has a mouth-watering array of delicious delicacies that will tempt your tummy, tantalize your taste buds, and please your palates. All of our items on the buffet are made from scratch, just like Grandma used to make. Try our meatloaf, the succulent fried chicken, the smothered pork chops, the short ribs, the fried and baked fish. Try our oxtails, the turkey wings, and don't forget some of those fantastic sides with the macaroni and cheese, cornbread dressing, greens, cabbage, red beans and rice, potatoes and gravy, and oh my God, don't forget the cornbread and those decadent desserts. Your hunger will not be denied. Come on down to the Country Kitchen Cuisine Buffet, located at 8562 Tara Boulevard in Jonesboro, Georgia. Come on down and tell them that Big Meech and Dishing Tea has sent you. Yeah. Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
views and opinions expressed here on Dishing Tea TV are strictly those of the hosts and guests of this program. They do not reflect the views and opinions or governing actions of any of the sponsors or affiliates of Dishing Tea Entertainment, Artist First Entertainment, Big Guy ENT, Atlanta Hot Radio, Black GDP TV, or Diversity TV. Your viewing and listening discretion is advised. All right, and we are back. If you're just tuning in, you missed a wonderful interview with Mr. J. Henry. Okay, and carrying on. And now, my darlings, we are going to go into some of the hot topics, and one of them that is on us is about Dollar Tree, honey. Dollar Tree becoming Dollar Tree Plus. Okay. Okay, Dollar Tree Plus. Now, I'm going to read this article. This is from CNN from yesterday, and we're going to get into it. And if time permits, I got to say something about this Kelly Price thing. Okay, so I'm saying it out loud because
so we can remember
be in my spirit. But let me go here first because okay. And this is dated Thursday, September 30th. It says inflation's latest target, Dollar Tree. Okay. Dollar Tree for decades have sold most of its product for $1. Now it's adding products for higher prices at thousands of stores. The company said Tuesday it will begin selling items at $1.25 and $1.50 at some locations for the first time. It will also add $3 and $5 items to more stores, expanding on a prior strategy in recent years to move away from only offering goods for $1. Dollar Tree, DLTR on the stock market, has a treasure hunt-like atmosphere in stores and cater to suburban middle-income shoppers.
That is a whole damn lie.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. It carries primarily seasonal goods, toys, stationeries, home decor, kitchenware, and party items. The company said its latest moves to raise prices will allow it to expand its assortment and introduce new products. Dollar Tree CEO Michael Wintinsky also told the Wall Street Journal that in addition of items above $1, the addition of items above $1 was in part a response to rising costs the chain is facing. Dollar Tree has tested selling items at $3 and $5 in dedicated Dollar Tree Plus sections at hundreds of stores since 2019. By the end of 2024, Dollar Tree will have these sections in at least 500 stores, the company announced Tuesday. Dollar Tree, which also owns the Family Dollar chain, has rolled out a new combination store concept that features elements of Dollar Tree and Family Dollar outlets and sells a mix of merchandise. The company said Tuesday it will bring its higher priced merchandise to up to 3,000 of these locations over the next several years. Okay, Dollar Tree has faced pressure from Wall Street in recent years to increase prices above $1. In 2019, an activist investor took a stake in the company and pressed the chain to raise prices. The group ended its fight after Dollar Tree announced it planned to test different prices. More recently, the higher costs have taken a toll on Dollar Tree. The company in August slashed its profit forecast for the year, citing the impact of higher freight costs. Retailers across the industry have faced higher costs during the pandemic, but Dollar Tree's fixed one-price strategy has given it less flexibility than other chains to raise prices to offset inflation. The Dollar Tree banner is more sensitive to freight costs than others in the industry. Our products have lower price points than other retail importers, Wojcicki said on the earnings call last month. Dollar Tree's stock surged around 15% Wednesday as some investors bet the moves will help the chain mitigate cost increases. While the $1 price point has been devoutly maintained for decades, inflation is likely to remain higher for longer, forcing the tough but necessary decision to adapt the model. Michael Montani, a retail analyst at Evercore ISI, said in a note to the clients, higher prices will help Dollar Tree manage, quote, margin pressure from inflation, end quote. Rising prices does come with the risk of turning off customers. However, especially for chains targeting shoppers on tight budgets, Dollar Tree should benefit from changes in its pricing strategy, although we worry about the customer reaction given their high sensitivity to prices. Joseph Feldman, an analyst at ECSTACY Advisory Group, said in a note Wednesday. Okay. Okay.
You know, the price of pussy is still $40. It didn't go up, but what happened was the pimps downsized and came together and kept the loyal hoes and let the other ones go to school and work. And I'm trying to figure out, if you got that much sense in the streets, why you don't have that much sense in corporate America? Because did you not know Dollar Tree got to be one of the doggone sorriest motherfuckers when it comes to damn long lines and customer service?
You better come on and tell it.
And for you to doggone want to add higher priced stuff into a doggone entity that where you're the only one that pioneers that. Anything outside of you that does $1 items only is a mom and pop hole in the wall in a strip mall somewhere on location. But here it is, you have a multitude of locations. You are considered a corporation, a conglomerate in the dollar store industry. Nobody else has everything for $1. So if you were smart, why wouldn't you downsize your stores, upgrade your customer service, and keep everything $1?
And would you know what part of the reason is because I found an article to where it's a timeline where they're more than a conglomerate, honey. They have just flat out become the dominant source. It's the same way how Comcast is or Xfinity is. You know, Xfinity done dominated every motherfucking thing. They took over time.
Me, you and I both know that, living in the neighborhoods that we have lived in and being frequent shoppers at Dollar Tree. You know what I'm saying? And the people that in our circle have been frequent shoppers. We know this. And if anything, you got the dummies out here. Okay. Yes, I'm calling y'all dummies, Ray and Bo and all the rest of you damn Bo FIFA people. I understand. Okay. But these are the ones that didn't learn the laws of averages.
Right.
Okay. And paying attention to the laws of averages, the dumbest thing in the world is to get rid of your doggone primary clientele.
Right.
Hello. Okay.
I'm sitting here.
I know that's
amazed.
Damn store.
I'm amazed though. I'm amazed. When I say I'm amazed because I'm looking like, well, you all are cornered. You have cornered the market in this game.
Right.
Okay.
You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. By all means, clean it up.
Right.
Well,
baby, Dollar Tree, the brand, they have bought out all of the other dollar store chains primarily. They took them over. They acquired them. Even in Canada, they have a number of stores that they've bought out in Canada. Okay.
Because remember when back in the day when the dollar stores came out in Philly, it wasn't Dollar Trees. They had, and I think it was called the Dollar Store. Right. And we had them chains like they are now, but then out of the blue, I just start seeing Dollar Tree, and
because Dollar Tree bought them out. Right. Dollar Tree came in and bought them out. In Detroit, it was called Everything's a Dollar. Okay. Everything's a dollar.
Because it had the word everything in capital letters and it had lines. They had
everything's a dollar.
But you got people like Maurice Miller, we all know who that is. Okay. I used to get on him because he could say, I'm running to the dollar store to get
Right.
a pack of light bulbs. And $150, $200 later, he ringing up.
Yeah, because
Right.
that's what that store do to you.
And that's what it does. Right.
And when
So
they
he's
talk about
one
that
person
middle
in
class,
this world. But he's one person in this world, right, Nick?
Right.
So if he's
Right.
one person, what do you think the other 10 million people that's just like him on the planet doing?
And I'm
Yeah,
one
so
of
why
them,
would-
honey. I am one of
and
them.
so is Mook. Mook is child. I be like, that is not
Especially,
the shop.
Hey, before I forget this, and we go right back into it. I'm sorry. Before I forget this, because this is important to the three of us, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody see that story, that write-up on Facebook from Colin Derrick?
What, about him leaving the school?
Yeah.
I already knew that before he put it on. I didn't know. I was going to tell y'all when I got back because I forgot to tell y'all last week. Yeah, because I was talking to him about what we're going to do in February. And he was like, okay, make sure you give me the details. And I was like, all right, I'm going to come back talk to you. He was like, now, you need to talk to me sooner than later. I said, hold on, Professor, what that mean? Then we went on and had a little chat. And
But
then Cole got in the car.
Did you read the thing today?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Okay, well, I've already read it. When y'all get a chance, go read it on his Facebook page. And to me, it's sad and it's sorry. It's sorry as fuck, and I'm pissed about it.
Wow.
Well, just so that y'all know that one of our other favorite professors will be gone too. So just think about it, because we ain't got that many left. Everybody else is new. So just understand, one of our favorites, another little short one.
Anywho, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Wow. Okay. That was breaking news. Okay,
Yeah,
now
so
we're back.
Mook is probably going to be transferring because I'm like,
This here, I'm concerned about this particular move with Dollar Tree and Dollar Tree Plus, because learning economic development, okay, those stores have been targeted into a lot of urban areas.
Right. That's why I said that was bullshit. What they put
within a 5-mile radius, especially that Dollar Tree and Family Dollar are the same fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
You have maybe within a 5-mile radius, you may have 20 stores.
Yep.
Okay, between the two of them in the same 5-mile radius. Okay. And I know between my house and going to Kroger, that's only 3.5 miles. There's 3 because we got 2 Family Dollars and a Dollar Tree. It may be 4 because I think it's a Dollar Tree down there in the complex off of where the Wayfield is over by you, Nick.
Okay.
I think it's a Dollar Tree in over there, but nonetheless, we got those, and then we got the competitor Dollar General right here. Okay,
is it really a competitor?
Yeah, because I'm saying a competitor because they're not owned. See, Dollar General is a separate entity, so Dollar Tree and Family Dollar are the same people. Okay, so to be the competitor, that's what this is. So when we're dealing with that, a lot of times, and we've said this before, when we're looking at how come these particular stores get targeted in our neighborhoods and carried on, number one, they look at the median income. A lot of the bigger stores and carried on won't come into our areas because they look for a certain income level to be in the neighborhood and the amount of traffic. So we got the number of rooftops, the amount of traffic, and the median income. So those particular stores can sit down there, and when we're talking about economic development, they could come in and look like they're building up around the city, but it's the same goddamn store. And so now you're talking about creating jobs. Well, then you're creating these folks, honey, that's coming in that are on the low end of the educational pool. A lot of them, if they graduated high school, they just barely, or they didn't, and they're GED holders that have not matriculated. No skills, so they come in and they can get a quick little job. But those particular kinds of jobs are transitory because folks, they'll turn over in a minute. Because you get folks who don't want to come in at work, which is why the customer service is all fucked up and carrying on. Y'all see the stores because the merchandise and stuff in the stores, are always this, that, and the other. It's absolutely ridiculous at times.
But you also have the fact of I'm reiterating on what I said. I've not been in one location of Dollar Tree, and I'm not trying to be funny because I used to use them for a lot of my promotions for they party areas.
Yeah.
I used to use them for a lot of stuff, starting from the north side of Georgia all the way out here to the south side of Georgia. And I have not been in one where there wasn't 20 people in line, Becky over here doggone unloading a box, put it on the shelf, and Barbara,
like she'll see everybody in the line.
Barbara Ann ringing up one register with 20 people in line. And then you got doggone Malik, store manager, in the damn office on Facebook.
Come on. Tell the truth. He's telling the truth.
You're trying to figure this out. And you have a dollar store concept where the laws of averages is what make them win. So everybody who came in there for 3 to 5 items got 10, 15, 20 items.
Right.
You just going to act like you're not killing the person on the register?
Right.
But then I also came up with this because I'm a marketing dude. Maybe it's a part of their concept. The longer you stand in line, the more shit you think you need for $1.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way in hell I've been to every one of them and all of them operate the same.
Listen, I got into a discussion with somebody. There's a Dollar Tree page on Facebook, right? And we were talking about this. And I had to I snapped up one person in love because her thing was, wow, everybody is complaining about the changes, but okay, but have y'all went to go and vote for a raise in the minimum wage? And she said that, and then a couple other the store managers were saying that I'm a store manager, and one of the reasons that they were saying was because they could get more foot traffic because they're trying to reach those people who feel that they are above shopping at Dollar Tree. So if they have a couple more higher prices up in there, it'll open that up and et cetera, et cetera. But here's the other thing too. And I remember on Good Morning America and stuff, they were talking about this, and it kind of pissed me off because they were talking about how to shop on the budget. They kept saying, well, just go to the dollar store and this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking they were going to a Dollar Tree or whatever, and they went into Family Dollar. Well, you get this for $3 and $5 over here. Oh, and this is lovely. This is $10. So, and they were making it seem. I said, bitch, you said go to the dollar store. Okay. Now that's a whole different entity.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about shopping in the hood. Okay.
Right.
When we say going to the dollar store, we mean just that. Going to the dollar, or not on the West Coast, it was the 99-cent store.
Mm-hmm.
Which I found out that Dollar Tree done bought up with whoever was the 98-cent store. At least the way how this is written up, it said the 98-cent store Dollar Tree had bought up. I never heard of 98-cent store. I know the 99-cent store. So I wonder if that was a typo.
Matter of fact, that's what we had, the 99-cent store.
Okay.
We had the 99-cent store.
So I know that the first time that I've seen that was in California. Okay, I was in Los Angeles going to convocation, and I went to the 99-cent store that was big. It was huge, like a grocery store. Grocery store huge. And everything in that motherfucker was 99 cents. Child, I lost my... I bought me a bottle of Reunity Red. You get condoms. You could get girl, I howled. I was trying to shop as if I was going to ship some shit home, and I was on vacation. Well,
you remember the wine and condoms, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I did. Okay. And I was trying to remember the brand name of it because I said, and it was like a 3-pack or whatever. I said, condoms for $1 at a 99-cent? What? It was a
condom with defact sacks.
The thing of it is that it was just an unbelievable concept. Okay. Out there. to be at a 99-cent store like that, you know. So it threw me. It really and truly just threw me for a complete and utter loop. Okay. And that was after I had came back from New York because I got into we had the dollar stores in Detroit, but when I got in New York, the dollar stores out there, honey, that's when they had freezers and refrigerators. And so I made the dollar store my supermarket because I could get a pound of ground chicken. I get a pack of chicken legs and chicken thighs or whatever that was just a pound for $1, baby, in the freezer. Hot dogs, lunch meat, you know, everything. I was like, are you serious? It was just a phenomenon to me. And so now that we have built this institution,
Hold. Another breaking news. Sorry. Because I was reading all the stuff and I was commenting on what Red had just talked about. So when you guys get off, make sure you go back because he just put up another comment later to say, for those who are still in the music space, I'm planning to start an online. Let's get together, listen to what people are working on and give critiques things soon. Send me a message if you're interested in coming.
Oh, okay. Cute.
Sorry.
So with that, my concern with a lot of these particular changes happen to deal with us in these communities and stuff where a lot of these stores are. Now, if you're trying to sit down and merge these stores, what are you going to do with the other stores? Because in the same 5-mile radius, I don't need to have 6 or 7 Dollar Tree, Family Dollar mergers. You know what I'm saying? Because now
it's like I used to think everybody was in cahoots with CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid, but then one of them bought Rite Aid because all the Rite Aids just started shutting down like crazy.
Right. Remember, Rite Aid used to be everywhere. You could barely find a Rite Aid now.
Right. Yeah. So I need to find out who bought them out because Rite Aid had bought out Perry Drugs. We used to have Perry Drugs in Detroit, and then Rite Aid came in and bought them out. And in New York, it was called Dwayne Reed.
But you know, right now, if you see a Walgreens, you see a CVS. You notice that? Yeah. You can be standing in one parking lot and looking across the other parking lot.
So, very interesting. I'm just concerned about that because, you know, in understanding that, you're talking about coming up in here, everybody who goes, we know what we were going through. Just like Michael was saying, Family Dollar is more expensive than Walmart. And see, with these particular stores, you knew what you was going in there to get. You knew if you went to Family Dollar, you knew you were going in there specifically because you knew you were going to spend a little bit of money. Because I wanted better soap detergent or whatever. So I go get the 3 for $5 Dawn or you know, the tissue paper. I could go up in there and get Charmin or Angel Soft tissue versus the little dollar stores and shit that they had down there. Now, if I'm looking for partying, I can get napkins and all that kind of stuff from Dollar Tree. You know, we knew what we were going up in each store for, and we would budget accordingly. Okay. If we were coming down here, we knew I got $10 with tax. That's $10.80. Okay. If I don't have the extra dollar, that means I'm going to take off one thing. So I make sure I got $10 and I'm good to go. Okay. We knew how to budget that. When now you're turning all this, well, this is $5, this is $3, this is okay. When we were preparing for the pop-up shop, we went into Five Below.
We did.
Right.
And at Five Below
is now 10 below.
Yes.
Because they got items up in there talking about these are 10 and under. I'm like, bitch, wait, the sign outside say 5 and below.
Exactly.
But you got to remember this. This is my life. I ain't gonna say nothing else about this. Okay. But don't you think it's stupid for their ass to increase their prices, put a separate section there for higher items, just to doggone draw another 20% of clientele when you're going to lose 30 or 40% based on the doggone marketing and branding of higher prices?
Right. Right.
So even if you raise them prices, you're going to end up right where you was at or lower in the beginning from the jump.
Crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But going back to what they said in that write-up, That write-up said that their market. Did you hear what they said? Their target that the store was.
Yeah, because that was a whole damn lie.
That's what I
Because
was like.
understand, how about when we go in those areas of where the economic dollar is a little bit higher, their stores always look better, don't they? They always got stuff that we don't got
Right.
in the hood.
Dollar Tree has a treasure hunt-like atmosphere in stores and caters to suburban, middle-income shoppers. Wow.
Well, all right, people.
Well, right there, that should tell us what the hell the tea is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My next thing is to throw a brick through the window. I'm done. Okay.
Okay. Well, all right. We done said okay. Let me go here to this
let
Kelly
them
Price
have
thing
at
real
it.
quick, and I'm gonna let everybody go.
What happened? So now the latest they talking about, it wasn't really her on the video. Now I did think she was in front of a green screen, but the latest thing is they talking about they used some kind of CGI thing, and it wasn't really her. I was like, y'all taking this shit too far.
Listen, here's where it is. Okay. Whatever happened, I'm just upset that Nikki Gilbert Daniels is being thrown up under the bus.
Yeah.
Okay. She's being thrown up under the bus by the brat. And what pissed me off about it was the very same thing that she accused Nikki of doing, as far as you trying to monetize it, talking about, come see me on my show, blah, 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 blah. Y'all did the exact same thing. When you talking about something, oh, well, that's not what we about. We giving back. We did food trucks for New Orleans. We did this. We did that. That's the exact same thing, sweetie. That's the exact same thing to talk about you and your nonprofit organization. And you sit up there and was trying to blast her because she was talking about come see me on my show, and oh well, this got more numbers than she ever had. I understand Brat's being upset, and maybe she took it a little too
Because
personal.
I was getting ready to say, yeah, because in the initial upsetting thing for Brat was along the lines of, even though they had spoken with Kelly, Kelly ain't want nobody to say nothing.
Right.
So I thought that was what the beef was. I didn't know it went further than that.
It started there, but now she was upset, talking about something. Not only is she a real friend, we knew she was okay. We knew she was okay, but hell, that's her business. But the part that got me, and I'm going to echo the sentiments of, was it Funky Dineva, was it Selena Johnson? Somebody said, listen, when you got put on that missing persons report, somebody should have said she's not missing. Right. Because when you went and they went and you got put on the missing persons report, that went national.
Yeah, because somebody should have said something right then and there. She wants to keep this private, but
somebody should have shut that down, and we would not be in this particular place that we're in.
True. That would be causing an Afro-American to be responsible.
Okay. And and I have to agree with that, because to be put on a missing persons list, okay, that means you got the law involved somewhere.
Right.
Okay. And now, whatever the case may be, they're starting to build a case. Is this foul place? Is this, whatever this case?
Right, because whether she was getting better or whatever, like maybe the publicist or whoever was closest to her could have brought the police in for them to see where she was, so that the police could shut it down.
Exactly.
Miss Price is not missing. She's not missing. That's what we're gonna tell y'all. We might not tell you nothing up, but she's not missing, and it would have shut everything down.
And that is what the big thing is. Nikki going public the way that she did, I thought she did it classy.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with what she said. I mean, when I heard Brett, I thought the frustration was about Kelly didn't want nobody to know. Because I didn't have a problem with what Nikki said. She said, I spoke to her. She's fine.
She's fine. I'm not going to get into the specifics.
Right.
She's going to reveal that when she's ready, but, she's fine. Okay. And I thought that was appropriate.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with what
I
she
didn't have a
said.
problem with it because what it was, it said that okay, the thing said that nobody knew what she was, not her children, this, that, and the other.
Right.
Then after that, she come out and said, okay, I'm forced to do this and blah, blah, blah. My sister and I, we really wasn't talking to begin with.
Yeah,
We're strained and blah, blah, blah. Y'all ain't going to understand that. She said her children knew where they were. Okay.
Yeah, because if she was going through, still wasn't well from COVID, she's not going to be home with her kids.
Right. And then, like she said, they ain't kids no more. Shit, the daughter is 27.
If they mama was missing for real, you would have seen them on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and TikTok
and this, that,
for somebody to help find their mama.
Okay, so perhaps, and then like Kelly was saying in the video, she said, well, maybe I don't know, my daughter was probably coerced or pressured or whatever the case may be because my children knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, whatever this fear is, we don't know what the hell that was, and we're not going to know that because, as far as I'm concerned, that's family business, and that there is that.
Right.
What has happened with this thing? This has gotten so far out of control, and all it took was, bitch, I'm good. Okay, let me be. I just need some time.
We know her voice. She could have got on cam down and said, I'm not missing, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm recovering, whatever. I mean, because then they had already put it out that she was sick.
Right.
I'm not missing. I'm not in no coma. I'm not. Y'all can hear me. You need me to sing a half of a note? Okay, man.
Okay.
Listen, I'm fine.
And there's where all of this is. I just don't like the fact that now Nikki's being dragged the way she's being dragged. I don't think she should do as much press as she's doing. And that's something I would tell her. But girl, stop taking all these interviews because now they making you the spokesperson of this, and this ain't your business.
And making her be the bad guy.
This ain't your business like that. As a friend, you said what you said. Now you ain't got to do no more press on that shit.
Nope.
Okay, you ain't got to do no more press on that. And she done been, she did her show. She done did The Real. And I think she did something else. And it's like, girl, don't you do no more press.
Right.
You don't need to do no more press about something that's there. Where's her daughter at? Let her daughter be the mouthpiece. It's just what you said, that the daughter called you and said this to you. Let the daughter now go and say, this is what happened.
Right.
Okay, take yourself up out of this. Because a lot of that, and that's to, giving some validity to Brat's anger. Why you the bitch talking? Her daughter ain't saying nothing, this, that, and the other.
Because I felt the frustration for Brett where she was like, and I had permission to say something.
Right.
But it wasn't for me to say. So
but see, this is why I'm going to fault her.
Right.
This is where I fought her because now, bitch, you said you had permission to do it. When she went on that missing persons list and this shit became a national thing, that's when you should have broke this shit.
Right.
The way how you just sat up there and snapped her ass, y'all could have broke this shit and said, no, that ain't what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got a platform, child. You up there with Ricky.
Because you have told her, like, well,
Kelly, shut it down.
Yeah, because you could have been like, Kelly, well, you got to at least say something to the police because they got you missing. So, let them come and see that you living, breathing, and everything so that they could just shut it down. And then would nobody be able to have to say nothing.
Exactly. And this would have been over. And
I promise you, Kelly, you better have no album coming out because I'm going to tell you right now, I love you to death, but I will not indulge in it because if this was all that.
Oh, no, this better not be.
You stand by.
Okay.
What you say?
Okay. Okay. Because I'm not with the shits, okay? We playing on people's emotions and shit.
Wait a minute. Is that the real reason why we in disguise? You recording?
Stand by.
They be having some controversy before the shit come out.
Stand by. New Kelly Price album.
No, child. No, I'm not going to.
It's about to be the holidays too. About to be the holidays. She probably got a whole new Christmas album.
Oh, child. No, we're not gonna put that out there like that, honey. Let that. I'm gonna say.
I was once lost, but now I'm found.
I'm gonna say, honey, that she was recovering. She's healing, and she just needed whatever this is. And I think also that she was grieving. I think she really hasn't had time to grieve.
Well, that she did. Yeah, remember we talked about that.
Yeah.
I said y'all gotta leave her alone. If she was just sick Y'all forgot her grandmother just died.
Her
And then she
grandmother,
lost, and then her
her
mother
mama.
died first, right? It's
Yeah,
like, leave her the fuck alone. She trying to
right,
get through some shit.
right.
And I
That
heard her say it in her little thing, and I was like, I knew it. Like, she trying to
right,
heal from her grandma and stuff, and people are leave her alone. Like, leave her alone.
right, right. And that's how I'm gonna look at that. And I'm hoping that whatever this is, you know, whatever the beef is, whatever that was for Brat to feel the way that she felt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say she was wrong for feeling that way, because y'all know I say this all the time. Feelings are real. How you
Right.
respond
It's
to them.
just how. It's just how. It's not always what you say, it's how you
Yeah,
say
you
it.
can't help how you feel, but you can always help how you react.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so whatever this was for her to give her that trigger, my only dig is, Miss Thing, what you criticize her for, talking about some, she was clout chasing, talking about come and watch my show, blah, 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 blah. You did the exact same thing by saying, oh, we just came back from New Orleans and we just sit up here, I got a nonprofit. We out feeding folks. We ain't trying to clout chase. You just did the exact same thing. Because now the subject became you and your fucking nonprofit and things that y'all doing, you know, it became the exact same thing. And that's not what you meant to do. You sit there making a point that you out there helping folks and blah, 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 blah. And it was the exact same thing. So were you clout chasing? No, you weren't clout chasing. You were just talking. Hell,
Got a way to. We're gonna call it dry clout chasing, like dry snitching. You really don't know.
right.
I'm not really.
Okay, right.
Yeah, okay, all right. So we're gonna call it dry clout chasing.
A dry cloud.
Okay.
So that there's that. And y'all know, I take this a little to heart because I know Nikki personally. You know, y'all hear me say this all the time. We went to high school together. We go way back. Okay. And when I heard all of this, I was like, girl, wait a minute. I called, I was like, listen, you know, keep your head up and carry it on, because there's some shit out here, and you know, blah blah blah. But I am going to tell her, bitch, don't you do not no more press on this, because this ain't got shit to do with you right now. Don't do no more fucking press on this, and let the family who reached out to you to talk, let them be their own mouthpiece.
Right.
You don't have to interpret what the daughter said to you. Let them tell their side of the story. Let them tell them what they told you. And that way you can keep your name about it. Because she was saying on the reel, she said, you know, the last time I said something, you know, with the whole Whitney Houston thing, she said that blew up and it became catastrophic for me. And I'm like, I don't even remember what she said about Whitney Houston.
Me neither. I was about to ask you, well, what she saying?
You know, but you know, she got drugged through the mud then and carried on. She said, and I was hoping this was not going to be the same. She said, I didn't want to get into this, but when the daughter called me and was like, listen, could you help me? She said, and I gave her resources to this, and this. She said, now, I'm not going to tell y'all exactly what was done, but she needed resources for a couple of things, and I gave her those resources. You know, and that's what it was. So, and like I said, what she said was very classy. It didn't reveal anything. Just as what it gave the public was, she's okay.
Right.
Leave her alone and give her space, because she's fine. She's just dealing with this in her own way.
Because remember, as soon as I saw it, I sent it to you. I was like, okay, so Kelly's fine. Nikki says she's okay. She spoke to her. She's okay.
All right. Mind y'all motherfucking business.
Period.
What you say? Disclaimer, mind your fucking business. Exactly. Okay. So be that as it may. So that I wanted to make sure that we said something about that, because I know, you know, because we come on so late in the week, it feels as though sometimes the news is old or whatever. But I tell you this all the time. I like to give everybody's perspective first, so I know how to come in and hit it from a different angle when we look at everybody's perspectives already. Because one of the things I don't want to do is we all talking the same thing and nobody gets heard. But I'd like to offer a fresh perspective on these particular stories. And this one here, my whole perspective on this would be that, like I said, with Brad and Carried On, all of y'all who knew something when this thing hit and the authorities got involved and y'all said y'all knew she was all right, that y'all should have been the ones to break this shit and squash it. We would not be here if y'all had just told the authorities everything is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because we wouldn't be here. This wouldn't even be a story right now.
Right.
This wouldn't even be a story. Okay. And so that's where if there's any fault to be had, it would be that. But ultimately, that falls back on Kelly. Because even though she wanted to maintain her sense of self, you know, I told her she had a Jesus moment. Jesus went up into the mountains and carrying on and things that got away from the disciples.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to get away from everybody. But
Moses did too.
Okay. But when they did, one thing they told folks, I'm going here. Don't fuck with me because I'm coming here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Somebody knew. And that's where the miscommunication is. So everybody, if y'all listening and carrying on, share this with them because I'm gonna say this over to Nikki, my damn self. But Nikki, don't you do not now another. Here, now
We
another.
love you, girl. Just leave them alone.
Press interview or anything about this, and you don't even. It's not even about trying to vindicate your name. What they're trying to do now, what the story is becoming. Oh, the brat slammed you. Is becoming that shit.
That's the story.
That's the story, and this ain't got nothing to do with none of it. This ain't that.
Right.
This ain't that. Okay. This is about making sure that Kelly was okay. So, Miss Thing, Latro, don't you do shit else.
It did worry me a little bit because you'll never see Brett really come out of the bag on people.
Right.
She tried to keep it, you know. So that was a little weird for me to see. It was weird,
but this is why we knew it was serious. But at the same time, this is why I'm not taking anything from how she felt. Because that's how she felt, you know. At the same time, I was a little pissed because what you claimed she was doing, clout chasing, talking about, okay, come and watch my show, and then this and another. Well, y'all sit up there, you and your wife talking about, oh, well, we just got back from helping and what she said, 18 truckloads of food and clothing and carrying on. So, bitch, what is that? Okay, what is that? That didn't have nothing to do with telling Kelly's story, whatever, or trying to vindicate Kelly. You talking about what the fuck you did. So you just did the exact same thing you accused Nikki of doing. So, girl, that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying?
It should be something. We should have stuff like that where the clips come up and we all gonna put the balloon there. This is a who asked you moment.
Okay.
Or one of the things where they be like nobody, and then the.
Okay. So be that as it may, you know. So that there is that, y'all. You know, we want to make sure that Kelly comes on whatever this is, and then she says something that I thought was very interesting that speaks to her pulling herself away when she said that she died.
Oh yeah, she said that
being on the ventilator, that she died, and this, that, and the other. So whatever that is, what she got to come back into her spiritual self or whatever,
right?
And to do that cleansing and whatever that is, that's something to process. To know, bitch, I was dead on this table,
right? And then I'm still sick, and they discharged me.
Right? You
so
know,
for all the people out there that think you somebody and stuff like that, okay. They don't give a goddamn. That was Kelly Price, and she was still sick, and they discharged her.
Right.
Put that in perspective.
Right. You know, and then the whole idea that her, because they reckon her boyfriend, she said, no, that's my husband.
She said, my husband. And she put her motherfucking finger up. Did you see it?
Okay. So because of that, you know, the whole idea of him getting it from her because he's caring for her, and now he's COVID positive. You know, and this, that, and other. So whatever all that is, that's a lot of weight. And she needed to separate herself from this, that, and other to process.
Right.
But I just think it was done, it wasn't done maliciously. It was just done absent-mindedly.
Right.
Okay. And so just that little piece of not giving somebody the inside to say, hey, I'm good, blah, 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 or to shut this shit down. That's what all this was, you know. And so we're here. So be that as it may, honey. Y'all get off my girl. Y'all get off Nikki. Get off Nikki.
Y'all know he gonna cuss y'all out. Y'all better leave Nikki alone.
Get off Nikki because this one here, no, get off her. This one ain't her.
Say what? Not that one. Not this ain't that.
This ain't that.
All right.
Okay. Nikki. So having said all that, y'all got anything else for the people before we sign off?
Portia's leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta. Cynthia's leaving. Jeannie Ma's ex-husband mad because now she having a baby by Jeezy. Because remember, she was adamant about not wanting children.
Oh yeah,
And now
yeah.
she about to pop. No, nigga, she just ain't want no children with you.
With you.
And why you
How about
mad?
that?
Because you done got married and you had kids with your wife. So why you mad at her?
And by show of hands, I need everybody to let me know who gives a fuck.
Shut the hell up. That was the hot topics.
No, I know. I just like
Right.
who gives a fuck.
Oh, I know what I want to tell y'all.
Leaving that show, they need some real people on the show.
Come on, thank you. I want to tell y'all this. We had a scare a few days ago.
Oh my God, who looked in the mirror?
You did, bastard.
Oh,
With that one down there at the bottom, he trying to give us a heart attack. Okay. I know y'all can't see my face, but y'all see my face. I just want to say out loud, big, loud, that I'm happy that my brother is okay.
Yeah.
Because it was scary for us, and we love him, and we on his ass too. I just want y'all to know that we on his ass.
Okay.
He talking about somebody, I want to go to Nancy's. I said, who the fuck? He ain't going to no goddamn Nancy's. He going to Nancy his ass right in that damn room and lay down somewhere.
yes. What?
Somebody said you wanted to go to Nancy's the other day.
No.
He at Nancy's right now.
I ain't sure that,
I said, he ain't got no damn Nancy's. I said, now don't make me look. Hey, Cap, I was going to send Corey and Mook over there. They was going to pull guard duty. Corey said, what? Who going first? Me or Corey?
Okay.
Said, his ass going to lay the hell down. And ain't nobody going to fuck with him either. You understand? Y'all, so I just want to make sure that we we always tell each other that we love each other and stuff, y'all. So if you not telling the people around you that you care about how you feel about them, please start making a point, it a point to do so, because you never know what somebody is going through. And baby, when I heard my sis so stressed out,
right,
that hurt me even more than knowing that he was sick. That when Miss Red is stressed out and crying and she can't get the words together, y'all gotta understand. So, okay, I needed to say that. I love you, big bro. I love you. That's crazy ass.
Okay, come on, your Vera Walker voice. Love that little old boy.
Love that little boy. I love that little old boy. Now take your sorry ass on down to the store.
And tell Sugar to get somebody get some orange juice.
Oh Lord. But yeah, that was it for me. Fred, you got anything before we sign out? Oh shit, I could watch Perry Mason.
Kiss my entire ass.
You know what?
You make me so sick. Who drank all of the damn orange? Who drank? Just leave a swallow in the damn
in the container. But it don't make no sense. Why wouldn't he drink that? That's just dumb.
You blind motherfucker.
Don't stop. See, we gonna play that. We're gonna play that tonight. Okay, y'all know that's
if
my
you
shit.
Can find it, look. If you can find you blind motherfucker. No, we going to bed, y'all. I'm tired.
All right, go ahead. Let's do that.
Y'all. I'm gonna be
because tomorrow, like I said, Saturday, we may be on late because I got number one, I got double duty because y'all remember April Mason when she came on the show? Her new office, the April Mason Feminine Academy, she's opening tomorrow, so that's at 3:00. So I've got to go to her opening. And then from 5 to 8, we're going to be at the Country Kitchen Cuisine to celebrate the owner there, Pastor Tucker.
What?
We're going to celebrate his birthday. He's turning 60. So, honey, $10.60 to get you all you could eat there. And they're going to have crab legs on the damn menu. So, all right, honey. Crab legs on the menu for $10.60. All you could eat for a 60th
I'm
birthday.
going to get me some crab legs.
I can't do them because y'all know I'm allergic to shellfish, honey. So,
Oh no,
You just
sorry.
keep your ass away from that side of the bar.
Right. I was going
yeah.
to say, but Maurice going to be cooking, right? So you be able to get some good food.
Okay. Oh, we'll be there. It's going to be love. So, on that note, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darlings, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darlings. Oh, with Big Meech and Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally right there. That's Big Red Fella. With our special guest, honey, Mr. J. Henry, live, a.k.a. the
Yes.
Journal.
Ecstasy, yeah.
Okay. Okay, this generation's Barry White.
Yes.
Ooh, child. Okay, so with that, honey, listen, if you love us, please do this. Tell all of your friends, like, subscribe, share. Okay, but if you hate us, honey, tell all of your motherfucking enemies to like,
Every
subscribe, and
last
share.
one.
Okay. Because do know this, that everything that we are doing over here at District D Entertainment, okay, everything over here at District D with Big Media, Atlanta Hot Radio, and Let's Talk Without Nikki, okay, Royal Extensions Hair, Alo
Hello,
Nana,
Nana, baby.
Sensuality, honey, and all of our other businesses that we have. We are a conglomerate over here, child. Everything that we are doing, any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, will move forward.
I have a dream.
Yes.
So, darlings, on that note, honey, we thank you.
It's the first. It's the first. Shout out to Titty Month. Yo. Yo. Don't forget. Don't forget, if y'all got to give us anything this month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
I bought my pins out. They gave us all the, if you guys check your little bags and stuff, because they gave us the little pins at the Atlanta Dream Games. Because I know I got about 4 of them.
Yeah. I have mine.
All right.
Okay, we gotta go get our pink shirts, right?
Pay attention.
Okay. So on that note, my darlings, we'll let you guys go on for and have the rest of your evening. So on that, and scene, honey, scene.